In the life of retirement, what hundreds of retirees have taught me over 10 plus years. I'm Robert with Robert's Active Retirement. I would like to do a video about what retirees typically do in retirement every day. Not retirement activities per se, that's just part of it, but the daily routine in retirement. So I look at it like rhythms, like retirement rhythms. And I've got 10 of these. The first one is sleep. Sleep, when you are working, you kind of think of sleep as, I can't wait to throw that alarm clock out the window. I want to sleep as late every day as I want to. And you can do that. But reality versus dream is that the retirees I've known over the 10 to 20 years I've been retiring, they wake up early. And what I mean by that is, I know a lot of people that get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. 5 o'clock in the morning, they wake up at 5. Now, part of that could be health problems. Just aging alone is your biological clock changes. And you're going to get up earlier, wake up earlier, whether you want to or not. You may have to go to the bathroom and not go back to sleep again. You may be taking drugs that keep you awake. There's all kinds of things that will do that. Now, you can sleep as late as you'd like to. There's a lot of people that do not wish to schedule anything before, say, 10 o'clock. Now, does that mean they're sleeping late? I don't think so. I don't really think so. I think they just like to take their time, get up, fix their breakfast, read whatever. No, I was going to say read the paper. They don't read the paper, they check the internet. And figure out what's going on, take their time, do whatever they need to do. And they just, they are retired. They don't want to feel rushed. And, that's the feeling you want to have, of course. You got other people who are go-getters, who the most active people really want to start sooner rather than later. They want to get things done and get their day started and get some things, particularly exercise, out of the way. And so they get an early start. I've done the walking group for well over 10 years. Some people say, oh, you're going to walk at 7:30 in the morning or 7. We're walking at 7 right now. A lot of people say, that's too late. That's too early. That's too early. Other people would like to start as soon as they can. The sun comes up about this time, so that's a good time to start. So we start at 7. If I was doing it on my own, would I get out there at 7 during the winter time or during the kind of cool weather? Maybe it's kind of look threatening rain or something. Of course not. But the walking group, you want to do things, so you get up and get it done. So sleep is one of those things that you think that you're just going to sleep, but most retirees do not get as much sleep as you think. It doesn't say you can't. Don't let me discourage you. It doesn't say you can't sleep. You can sleep. And when you retire, you may want to sleep for a while, but you're going to go and get up probably with the rest of us. I got up. I went to the gym at 7 o'clock this morning. I've already been to the gym. I'm ready to go. It's 8 something on Saturday morning. Blue Jays are active out here. I'm going to jump over to the next one. Eating. What are rhythms of retirement of eating for most people, most retired folks? Breakfast rituals. They love to have their breakfast. Almost every video you see about a day in the life of a retiree starts with somebody sitting and drinking coffee. You notice that? Coffee is wonderful, and you do get to enjoy that more in retirement. There's no doubt about it. And I like my coffee. I'm going to go home right now and have me a cup of coffee. So that's one thing. A lot of times you eat the same foods. You may have two menus, one day and one another day. My wife eats oatmeal every single day, and she loves it. And so breakfast rituals and taking your time is a wonderful thing. Lunch, I've mentioned this before. Lunch turns out to be a big thing. It's a social thing sometimes. It's a reason to get out of the house. And lunch, you can go at a late lunch. You don't have to go with the crowd. You go when it's less busy. You tend to go more to lunch than you do to dinner. So that's a big thing. Moving on, number 3, exercise. Exercise, a lot of the active retirees try to exercise 3 or more times a week. I live in an active adult community. People are pretty darn active here. I mean, you have some people who are in couch potatoes probably, but most people are pretty active. Don't ask me why we have a child's playground in the back, but I think they call that the grandkids playground. Exercise is walking, going to the gym. I walk 3 times a week. I just got back from the gym. So I go Tuesdays and Saturdays, and Monday, Wednesday, and Friday I do walking. So that's a routine most people have. A lot of people like to walk. I've covered that before. Next 4, medical. Medical. You're going to have a lot of time you spend going for checkups. It's part of the system, the Medicare system. The Medicare nurse comes to your house once a year for a checkup if you have Medicare Advantage, like I do. You go in for your Medicare physical. If it's not perfect, they may have you come back in 6 months. You got eye, you got cataract surgery, you got skin tags to remove, skin pre-cancerous stuff to take care of. There is a lot of stuff to take care of. Dental implants, dental problems as you get older, annual physicals, I cover that. Aging does mean more appointments, but guess what? You don't really, you're doing it to take care of yourself. Health is very important. So the doctor's visits and everything, the time you spend on medical appointments, you actually for your benefit. So next is number 5, social life. Okay. Social life is huge. Cards. Oh my God. My wife has a card group. She's a member with 3 other ladies. They take turns going to their home, playing hand and foot cards, and they're gone. They start at 1, they get home at like 3:30. So it takes a while. And they take a break and have refreshments, and they talk, and they have a great time. There's some serious bridge players here as well. Lunch is already mentioned. It's not just a couple going out for lunch. It's the whole street goes out to lunch once a month. The clubs, we have a walking group lunch the 3rd Thursday of each month. And there's about a rotation of about 8 restaurants we go to. That's a big thing, having people over to your house. And there's also, this is kind of funny, spontaneous conversations. You know what I mean? Retirees like to talk. There's no rush. You don't have to be any place at any particular time. So what happens is you start talking. You see somebody and you start talking to them. And that could last a while. I came in the garage last week. I pulled in the garage. I came home from someplace. And my wife was inside. And I saw the neighbor 2 doors down. And I haven't seen him in a while. And I saw him. So I pulled in, walked out of my garage, walked down the street 2 or 3 houses down. And he was out in the front yard. I talked to him. About 30 or 40 minutes later, I get a call, my wife, and she says, "Where are you?" I said, "Your car. I heard you come in. Where are you?" I said, "Oh, I'm talking to our neighbor." So that's the way that goes. This is the softball field. There's a big thing here, softball. It's right in the middle of the season right now, so they love playing softball. So that's social. Next is retirement activities. I did a whole video on this, retirement activities, so I'm not going to cover it in detail, but that thing like clubs and hobbies and volunteering and exercise, all those things. The only thing I would say there is, take a look at the video, real life retirement activities. It's a very good video. Let me say this, seasons of interest. On the activities, you don't do the same thing the whole time. I played pickleball for 2 years, okay, and I really liked it. I went to the championship one year. And then I decided to, I played bocce. I've played bocce the whole time. That's one thing I've been consistent about, and that's not very physically exhausting. I got into race walking, went to the National Senior Games, the U.S. Track and Field Open Masters. I did that several times, and I played softball. I played softball for a season. So you can try different things, and of course, I did collecting medals from the World's Fairs. You can do it for how long you want to. There's no job, no notice to give. If you want to stop doing something and try something different, that's something you can do. Okay, moving on. Other stuff. Now, this is number 7. We got 10. This, just because it's called other stuff doesn't mean it's the end. Recent retirees. You got decluttering and moving. Decluttering and moving. So you're going to be a little busy when you retire, kind of sorting things out. If you may want to look at possibly moving or relocating, downsizing, decluttering, all those things. Okay, long-term employees. long-term retirees. You spend time, and that's me. I'm 77. Living wills, trusts, funerals, and giving back. Giving volunteering, and even charitable contributions as well. That takes time. End of life options you have, and you need to start thinking about that when you're 77, right? Or even before then, actually. Okay, that's other stuff. Number 8, travel. I've done a whole video about traveling. It takes time. It really does, and it's good time. The planning is almost as enjoyable as the trip sometimes. Planning, preparing, getting ready, getting packed, getting all the supplies, and actually going on the trip, and then coming back from the trip, and sharing. We went to Iceland last September. Was it September? August, September. 1 month before that volcano erupted. And I did a book. I had Costco Printing do a whole book of photographs, and we shared that. And we're always thinking the next trip. So we're thinking about that right this minute, where to go on our next trip. Take a cruise, or go some other place. Travel takes some time. That's a rhythm you get into. If you do that, you don't just do it one time. You don't just take one retirement cruise and it's over. You're going to live a long time. You're going to keep traveling. Okay, number 9. We're getting close. Media time. Retirees are just like everybody else. You spend a lot of time on the computer. You spend a lot of time on TV, maybe. I think most people these days spend more time on the computer than they do TV. And on the computer, my wife every day, I got Wordle in 3. I got Wordle in 2. She does Wordle. I don't know. She does connections sometimes, but Wordle definitely. And YouTube, of course, Facebook. She loves Facebook. I kind of got off of Facebook. I'd rather watch YouTube these days, maybe since I'm a content provider now. So check the weather, check the stock market. There's all kind of things to check. So that's that's a lot of stuff. Okay, we're getting to number 10. This is a lot of people's dreams, is me time. And so, me time, that would be sitting on your deck. That would be talking to people, plant care. I water the plants. Go out. We have a lot of shrubs, and we planted some new plants in the backyard. And I like that. I just go out, water the plants. I'm in the middle of a forest here with nature, and that's a good break. So it's more than just watering the plant. It's kind of getting in the zone. It's just me, nobody else around, and I water the plants. So that's what I do. Running errands takes a lot of time. You hear all the retirees say, I don't know how I had enough time when I was working to do all this stuff. Well, the errands, it takes time to do errands. But also, this is kind of fun. Sometimes these trips can turn into an event. Going to Costco, man, that's a fun thing. You know, go to Costco when it's not so busy and walk around and buy. You buy more stuff than you need, of course, but going to even CVS, we make an outing. Marianne says, "I'm going to CVS. You need anything?" I said, "I can't think of anything, but I'll go with you." And so I go. We get our coupon and go. People like to get out once a day. When you're in retirement, it's nice to get out of the house. There's something about getting out of the house. That's my version of real life retirement rhythms. Retirement doesn't mean doing nothing. It means a rhythm that you can enjoy. It just makes things easier, you know, in your retirement. So anyway, that's my interpretation. I'm Robert, Robert's Active Retirement. If you are retired, if you'll do me a big favor and in the comments, tell me some of your retirement rhythms. You know, what do you do on a daily basis or weekly basis? And if you're not retired yet, and you're looking forward to being retired, tell me what was most surprising to you, or what you're looking forward to. Are you looking forward to sleeping late? Are you staying up late? You know, you can stay up late too. What are you looking for? Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you later.